Hi everybody, this is my case that I got. It's the Storehouse aluminum case from Amazon. The dimensions are 18 by 13 by 6 inches deep. It's actually made for tools or camera gear. It's made of pretty sturdy aluminum, I'm hoping. It's got some bracketing on the corners. It does have a removable strap, shoulder strap, along with obviously the handle. It does come with keys, and these actually lock these latches. So I'm going to open it up and let you see. We'll go through this part first, but I'm just going to take this mirror out real quick. But this is a really cool little feature I really like. If you take this latch out, this whole piece can come out, so if you don't want to use that, you don't have to. But this is my palette I use, and if anybody knows me, they know that I don't like to carry a lot of paint to birthday parties or smaller gigs for a couple hours in a day, fundraiser events, whatever. But I do have my fab paints, which are my shimmers, and this is actually just a Paradise palette, which just works out just fine because you're only doing 10-15 kids. For me, I don't like to carry a ton of paint. It's too heavy, cumbersome. But I do have another palette that does have some split cakes in it, some arty cakes that I do use. I just haven't figured out if anybody figured out if they make half of one of these, I would love it. I haven't found anything yet, but I'm on the lookout. If anybody has any ideas, let me know. This actually is my checklist that I use for my birthday parties, my glitter tattoo stuff, and if I'm doing henna parties. When we do bigger fairs and festivals, it's always the checklist the night before I pack. So we'll put this right back up here. Like I said, this whole thing comes off if you don't want to use it. And of course, let me get this all set. So up front here, they do have these straps. There's a couple rows of straps. I haven't used them for anything. I do have my business cards in here. These I had printed and has the list of services. I had them printed at the local printer, and if anybody has seen my setup on Facebook, all my banners, everything match. I'll show you my flyers down below. But here's some of my brushes that I use. I really kind of like this this little back thing just for brushes. I mean, it's got a vinyl backing, so if they do have any paint on them, it's going to be pretty much easy to wipe off. Just this fluffy brush I use when I'm using my Star Blends around the eyes. Some specialty brushes. I really don't use a whole lot of brushes. This is a lot more than what I use at a birthday party. I'm finding that after taking a class with Silly Heather, that actually less is more, and I'm finding myself, I'm actually challenging myself more and more to use less and to carry less. This brush actually was a brush I got at the dollar store. It is a foundation brush. I believe you can get them by e.l.f. I love this brush. It is a perfect brush for coverage if you're doing large faces like a Hello Kitty. It makes a nice smooth, and you really don't have to go over it too much more. Mirror, everybody's got one. I'll just put that in there. Right now, I don't have this bottom part set up, but I do have some sponges. Again, not sure what I'm going to do down here. This actually is a water bath that I use to rinse brushes. I have brush bath in here. There's a couple drops already in here. I have a gig tomorrow, so it's already set. So when I get to the next place, I just fill it with water, and that's good. Some tissues. I have my tread stencil, and I have a black foam core down here where I have my flyers. Again, I had these printed up. They match my cards, my banners, my face painting boards, priceless on the back, any kind of information that anybody would need. I liked them. I paid for those to get done. So that's there. Down here I have some smoothie blenders, my water bottle. I have a Mama Clown glitter, the white fairy dust, the poofer. I have a black and white. Usually don't carry that much white. It's just what I had, and I really like how the black kind of fits in the bottom. I have some Krylon. The aqua color, I do like some of these, like the gold I like for doing some cheetah eyes, and this blue and purple I've been using since I started painting. I think Silly Heather suggested that, and I love it. I have a rainbow cake in here. I think it's Moon Dance. I have some star blends and the black and white for boys. I find a lot easier. Vampires and skulls around the eyes for that, where I use the big fluffy sponge, my bruise wheel. A couple other rainbow cakes are in here. Like I said, I do have another palette of rainbow cakes. A lot of pixie cakes, the skinnier ones. I don't like to carry the big ones. Some baby wipes, napkins. I use napkins when I clear my brush. I kind of feel lost when I don't have these. I do have my petal cake, Ginny on Fabba TV. Brilliant idea. I love it for petals. And basically, sometimes I even just use the blue out of here because I like it so much. I think a lot of them, I think this is Magenta by Fab, some Wolf, some DFX. Some stencils. I don't use too many, but the ones I do use are here. This is actually pretty cool. This is actually my little rhinestones for the girls. It's a little case. I don't have a whole lot because I really only use maybe a dozen maybe at any given birthday party. I don't use more than that. This is actually probably good for about 4 or 5 birthday parties. These are pretty cool, nice and light. Thanks, Mama Clown. My adhesive, it fits real well. Some googly eyes, some shamrocks, whatever I find, I just throw in here. I don't know where I got this case. I've had it for a long time. It snaps closed. It's never busted open. I have no idea where I found it, but it's perfect and it fits. Some smoothie blenders are still down there. So basically that's just all that's fun in there. These are just my round sponges. Now these sponges are pretty crummy looking, but I use them to go around boys' eyes. They're real nice and soft. They're raggedy, and they do make a really raggedy edge when doing monster faces. Round sponge. Obviously the daubers, they're all different sizes down there. This is actually just a little case I have, which inside has my tips for my liquid bling, which I rinse out when I get home. And then of course I always keep a pin in here. It's a quilting needle, a quilting pin actually. And I have some bobby pins for the girls. And I have a safety pin because a lot of times I'll safety pin my bag to the towel on top of my table. So when I'm done, I just throw them in there. I have some glitter in here, my liquid bling, the magenta. I do have a little yellow, and I have a little black down here, but mostly it's the white and the ice blue, which I love. But this I got at Valentine's Day. It's the Magic Magenta. Love that too. It's pretty cool. Thanks, Heather, for that. So that's really kind of what's in here. There's not a whole lot. I see other people's kits, and there's a whole way lot more. I just don't carry that much stuff. But that's my kit, and as we go on, I do have, like I said, I have this kit, which does have my rainbows in here. Use a lot of my pixie cakes. I just don't like to keep. I'm a holder. I like to hold my cakes when I have rainbow cakes, or even if I'm loading an arty cake. So a lot of these I don't use a whole lot. Like these are my most popular ones. I'm using a lot more of these, and the pixie cakes I really like. Of course the silver, and these are the bigger ones. Mostly I use at festivals, but since it was in the palette I just left it. But if I can figure out how to get a couple of these down smaller, and then that's what I'm going to do, and save the bigger, you know, a lot more cakes, because really I don't need 40 different rainbow cakes for a couple girls, because they usually tend to go for the same colors. Anything glittery pink, purple, and occasionally there's that oddball that likes all the greens and boy colors. So anyway, this is my kit. I hope you like it, and sorry for the lengthy video. Thank you, and have a great day.